Welcome back to Dokkan Battle, and we finally got some peak brewing. I'm just gonna let you hear something for a second. I usually don't do this. I usually don't just put the sound in immediately. I usually got some music playing in the background, but I need you to hear this because you're gonna hear this, and then you're gonna be like, oh my God, he's really talking. So here we go. And if you don't recognize that, I mean, you should recognize that, right? Because that's like, I mean, that's kind of the thing in Daima. So we've got this trailer here that was you know, a promo for the global Dokkan celebration. And I mean, I don't have the sound playing now, but we've got orchestral like production going. Yeah, dog, it's gonna be 6 LRs. It's gonna be 6 LRs. It's gonna be Daima. It's gonna be like Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta. It's coming. It's really coming. So let me pause here and let me just get to some things that I want to talk about, which primarily are what you should be doing on Dokkan right now. So let's hop over there. By the way, if you're watching still, can you go ahead and throw me a like? Likes really help the videos out, help me do better in the algorithm, etc, etc. But I just want to remind y'all that if you haven't been getting your EZAs done, if you're new or you're returning and you just have not been into the grinding spirit, you need to get all of these done. Not 999. You need to get them to 16 or 31 to get your full, or no, right, I'm sorry, 11 or 31 to get your full stone value. You really need to get this done. These are all going to be up very soon if they're not already, but this is one of those things that I say all the time. People who are like, you need to go to summon and you need to pull for these characters because that's how you do missions and that's how you get all your stones. Wrong. Missions very rarely are the way that you get most of your stones. I'm going to show you that now. Because if I go here and I click on challenges, I have 2449 stones. I have 0 of 26 from the Million Arena because this event sucks and I'm kind of just like, I'll get to it eventually. This event is terrible and it's going to give me 3 stones. I leave stones hiding for later. 13 out of 112 here, 101 over 104 here, 2 out of 6 here. You know what I mean? 38 out of 70 here. And these aren't all stone rewards, of course, but I have 2,400 stones right now. And it's all from just like logging in, doing dailies, getting your rewards for, you know, campaigns, which are actually the bulk of your stones, and then doing your EZAs. So if you haven't already, please get on and do your EZAs. This is going to float you when the global Dokkan celebration happens. If you've decided to leave a lot of these standing by, I would say this is the premier stone content, especially once we start talking about like you being done with the Dokkan story. I can't remember how much it was that someone tallied it to be, but it's like when a new Dokkan account is started, if you start it completely fresh and you're not during the anniversary or something, there's like 10,000 stones or something to go around. And then as you chew through the content, that sort of stuff just can't be replicated. But until then, hey, here's a quick question for you. How many stones do you have saved for the global Dokkan celebration? As you can see here, I have 2449 and have this bum ass Peton still waiting on me. We're not actually gonna do this, but you know, you should be doing your Peton because it's literally free rewards, and sometimes you get stones from it. Also, it's really easy. But yeah, how many stones do you have? I have 2449. I still have quite a bit to get through. Recently, I've been chewing through some of these stages. If you guys don't know how I do this typically, I tend to do the stages that are worth the most in terms of like the stages that are the most interesting. So for a long time, I had the King Piccolo stage done, and I did the Giant Ape just recently. And then these ones here, I didn't really bother with because they're just kind of easy. And there's not really much. I mean, if you want to see those stages, you're going to go to Truth anyway. You're going to do them yourself, right? So I still have 2 more extreme battles to get to. I plan on doing these once the global Dokkan celebration starts, just so I can have the most stones possible. But obviously, you know, make sure you're doing your Super Battle Road if you haven't. Super Battle Road is easy stones so long as your account is filled out of it. Make sure you're at least getting the, and obviously most are, but I've still got more to do here with the category missions 333. These shouldn't be too difficult, right? It's just like, you know, tournament participants and stuff. This is mostly done out of laziness, but I'm just, you know, reminding you there's a bunch of stones here if you didn't do it. A lot of the times I grab the tickets, I go summon, I leave them till later. You know, the stones aren't going anywhere. You're fine. You know, we've got a bunch of stuff here that I haven't done yet. I'm gonna end up doing here, right? So, you know, bunch of stones coming for me, like 5, 10, 15, 20 or something like that coming for me, and we're just going to boom, 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 knock it all down, and, you know, run through that. Obviously, I have got the Goku and Vegeta's stages done, but I've been waiting to do the missions. So, like I said, man, go around, like 2 out of 13. This should show you how much I hated this content, by the way. So bad, dude. I still haven't done this because this Supreme Magnificent Battle is just so fucking bad, right? And it's literally one of the worst stages they've added, but I've been keeping it here to get the stones later. So, you know, like I said, this is mostly just reminding you, stockpile your stones, start saving up, because we've got peak coming, and this should be pretty big. I imagine, I mean, they're literally doing orchestral, like, reveals for this content, right? They're doing big budget reveals. This is an anniversary. This is not just worldwide download celebration. I think this is something that, I mean, I think the rest of the year has literally suffered for this. But as I said before, if you watched the video on that, I played Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade, and the only things you really need to summon on in that game are half anniversary and anniversary. And a lot of other gacha, half anniversary, anniversary. In Dokkan, it really was that you needed to summon, or you could summon on anniversary, obviously, best banners. Tanabata, Worldwide, Golden Week, you get the idea. The thing is, if they're going to start dumping this amount of production value into, you know, into worldwide, quote unquote, but what is now the global celebration, like, it's time for you to really, as a free-to-play, you know, player, understand that this is the new landing spot. It's not Golden Week anymore. It feels like Golden Week got thrown under the bus this year. It feels like Saiyan Day was fine, wasn't the hypest for a lot of people, but I mean, if you had already pulled on the Vegito and Gogeta and you got them, you didn't really need Kid Goku for festival battles. They haven't shown that they want to put out a lot of festival battles characters even. Obviously, there have been characters who stack, but there's been less than you'd imagine, considering how people were like, oh my god, they're just going to drop 1 million stacking characters, right? They didn't. So I think it's sort of interesting, and I'm actually going to click on this just so I remember to do this. I'm going to start grinding through these now, just sort of AFK grinding through these now, because it is, you know, it's stones that I've been leaving in the tank. So that means I should be at like 2,700 by the time Global Dokkan Celebration comes. If you're free to play, if you're low spending, you know, like myself, like, you're gonna be set, dude. Remember, I'm only buying the subscription, right? And sure, I got lucky on my banners, but like 24.49. If you're following this channel, you've seen me drop down to 1,800. You've seen me drop down to 1,700, and then I just wait. I'm just waiting. You know, I'm waiting like anyone else. We can go back here. I didn't pull at all. 2 summons here, 2 summons here, nothing. I only used the tickets for are these even the right tickets? No, these aren't. I only used the Dokkan Day tickets, right? So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you've been saving, you should have a lot of stones. You know, you can follow me every single time you see my stone count. It's pretty accurate to like how many you're building between times. This is from Golden Week to right now, has been like 700 stones made from, you know, after pulling for Hit and God Goku and Kefla. It's been like 700 stones made or something like that. You can see it. It's right here. All right. So yeah, get on top of that. Make sure you're doing all your content. Make sure you're pulling through. Like I said, I'm going to be grinding the rest of my saved content, getting all my battle hard and formidable foes done. Actually, you know, remembering to cash those in. And, you know, like I said, I think it's really valuable to just do the hard stages, like the hard content stages, and save the others, because otherwise, I know some of y'all out there, you get a single pull and you start pulling. And I'm going to be honest, I know that some people hit their singles, but if I could take back every single pull I did when I first started Dokkan because I didn't know any better, I would literally be hovering like 3,000 stones right now. Like, I get it. And you know what I pulled on? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I pulled on Super Boo. That's right. I did single pulls on AGL Super Boo, this character. And you know what's sad? I got this character from a recent banner. I didn't get this character from pulling on his banner. I used all my stones when I first started Dokkan trying to get this guy because I thought he was cool and I didn't understand how the game works. So I get it. I've been there. But we're at peak. We're at peak and it's time to start saving. It's time to start, you know, locking in. This could be GT. This could be GT and DAIMA. This could be just full DAIMA. This could be, you know, the new meta shift. I expect there to be a new hardest stage in the game, full stop. I do. Because last year, it came with... What did it come with? It came with Tanabata, with Goku and Frieza, right? We don't have Tanabata now. This is what's filling in. So I expect the new hardest fight in the game to be dropping in a month from now. And we're going to need some banger characters. I don't expect Super Saiyan 4 Goku to be a bitch at all. I don't expect Goma to be a bitch at all. I expect, like, literally Vegito and Gogeta. Genuinely. So, with all that being said, like if you like the video, subscribe to the club, we'll go make it. And I'm going to see y'all at the Global Dokkan Celebration. Peace.